Hi everyone, this is Laura and welcome to my channel. I have a project share for you guys today. So, um, I think it was about 4 or 5 days ago, I realized that the end of this summer is almost here. And of course, I didn't do half the projects that I had. I put like these little personal goals for myself. And in my mind, of course, I'd never put it on paper. I wish I did because then I'd probably be a lot more successful. But in my own mind, I gave myself a few projects I wanted to get done over the summer. And I just didn't realize it was going to be so crazy these last couple of months. As many of you know, were quite a few days I wasn't home. I'm traveling with my husband and going to work with him. And I mean, that's not an excuse. I still could have done it at his job. It just wouldn't have been as easy. And plus, there were a lot of other things. I had my own little health issues. But, anyways, that's neither here or there. The point was, I didn't realize how fast the summer flew by. And one of the goals that I gave myself, so I'm really happy at least I did one of the 10. But, anyways, one of the goals I gave myself was I had purchased these stamps. I believe it was back in January. Um, I'm not sure, but I know it couldn't have been the summer of last year. I think it was right after the summer of last year, so I didn't get to use them. Uh, since I've purchased them, I have not used them. And these are the Tilda Magnolia. I think I purchased these in February or January of this year. Um, and one of the stamps that I found, which is this cutie patootie right here, is Swimming Tilda. And then I had this one as well, Diving Tilda. Now I have to be honest with you guys, when I bought both of them, um, this one I had a lot of ideas for, but this one I still really have not um, utilized her. I haven't used her in a project yet. So my goal was to try to get these in a project. And although I know the summer's not yet gone, I'm still trying to figure out what I want to do with her. But anyway, at least one of my goals is done. I did use her. I stamped her out. And I'd like to share my project with you. I created a 12 by 12 layout. And one of the papers that I used for my project, what did I drop? Oh, I dropped my little stamp. I swear, I think I've dropped a few stamp blocks in the garbage and never realized it because they're missing. um, I used this K and Company paper by Tim Coffey, and I'm not really sure what it's called. Travel Voyage. Okay. I swear, you know something? These scrapbooking manufacturers, I really wish they would go back to having names for the collection and the products they sell between Prima and now these guys. It's like nobody wants to put labels or names on their products anymore. But anyways, I used this paper. I'm gonna bring my camera down now. I used the Tim Coffey K and Company paper, and I also used the Prima Seashore um, paper pad, and this one is called Seashore. A4. It's an A4 paper pad. That's what I was trying to see. I actually already started using this for something else, but I'm going to get into that later. But I don't know if you guys have seen these papers, but oh man, do I love this paper stack. Again, I need to get a few more of my intended summer projects that I wanted to do and still haven't done. So let me do my share. This is the layout that I created. Um, I did color my little Tilda in, and I have a lot of stuff on pop dots here. I started off with a 12 by 12 piece of cardstock like that in blue. And then I I made little, oh, is that a glue? Always the glue strings after the fact. Hold on one second, guys. So sorry. I just can't see that they're annoying the heck out of me. Um, I used my Martha Stewart corner punch on all the corners, as you can see. And then what I did after I did that to the corners, I took a piece of uh, almost like a magenta color ribbon, and I know it's between like a pink and a red. And I know you guys probably won't see this on camera all too well, but I have it under, and I threaded it through the photo corners, and then I added little flat back pearls to each corner. I also distressed everything with vintage photo and OMG, what was the other one? Salty Ocean. Tim Holtz Distress Inks. I am so sorry, guys. It's kind of early in the morning, but it's a Sunday, and I had to do these videos because I was occupied doing school shopping and stuff these last couple of days. So these little fishies, they all came from the paper collection, and all I did was fussy cut them, put them on some pop dots. These little sequin flowers were given to me by my sweetie pie Silver Mackenzie, who is here on YouTube. And she sent them to me in a rack, and I love them. And they're little tiny sequin flowers, which I added some little centers to. This right here, this was part of the image on the paper. I just added a little, you know what? I forgot the name of these things. They're so old. They almost look like the enamel dots, but they're not. They were before the enamel dots. And I have so many of them. I have to use them up before I even start thinking about doing anything with enamel dots just yet. I used to call them Skittles. I know, dewdrops. That's what they're called. I have some little starfish resin pieces that I glued down from my collection. Here I took my Diemond Dies Scallop Circle and Circle dies, and I created either a photo mat and a journal spot, or 2 photo mats and no journal spots. Here again I fussy cut this from the paper collection, added some more of those dewdrops. I also fussy cut the seahorse, distressed the seahorse, colored it in a little bit on the side here with some distress inks, which you really can't see. On the Scallop Circle die, I added all these little flat back pearls going around here and here, and I also put the photo mask on pop dots, and I don't know if you can see that, but the circles are both on pop dots. In the background, and I don't know if you guys can see that, I added some of the dewdrops to imitate air bubbles for the fishes. And there's another little fishy that I fussy cut over here. All the fishes that you see in this photo, I fussy cut. None of these fishes were on this page except for the starfish. All the little fishes, I put them there. And the seahorse. And then on the plant, I'm not sure if this is kelp or seaweed, but I wanted it to almost look like it had a bumpy effect on it. So I put these tiny little gems all over, and I did them in a very, very light pink and also in red. And I don't know if you guys are going to pick up on that, but I do love the way they look like little lights if you look at them at a certain angle. And then the title for this layout is Dive Right In. Now, I've been asked before by a lot of my subbies when I do layouts and I leave them like this, do I do I ever make layouts with photos in them, is what I was asked. And what I do, if the layout involves pictures of people that I do not have the permission to put their face on video, then I'll leave it blank. And usually what I do is I will measure everything. I will put everything in. For instance, these flowers are not glued down. I can lift them up, put the photo underneath, and then glue it down a little bit more, as is the tail of the seahorse. If you can see here, see how that goes up. Sometimes I also want to tell you that a lot of times, though, with me, I make layouts like this for my children. And what I mean by that is I'm not going in any particular order, only because I feel that whatever order I put it in, chances are 9 times out of 10, when they get older, they're going to want to do their own thing, and they'll mix it and fix it and organize it the way they want. So what I've been doing is I've been taking 12 by 12 albums, and I've been, every time I make a layout for every season or event or holiday, sometimes no particular reason at all, just because I wanted to play with that particular paper and I think my children might enjoy it. Although I may not have photos, for instance, let's say I never went to a beach. I don't have any beach photos. I will still take the products, make layouts, and then what I've been doing is I've been creating photo albums with pre-made layouts, meaning you'll have all these layouts in there, and all you really have to do is just put a photo in it. I'm making that for my children. I have four, two boys and two girls, so that, especially with my girls, so that when they get older and they have their own babies, they'll have a place to put the photos. They might not be into crafting at all. They might turn around and start loving scrapbooking like myself, which, and then, of course, they'll inherit everything. But just in case they're not into crafting, all they have to do is just basically put the photos in, and that's all. If they're into crafting and maybe some other stuff came along, maybe they can use these as guides. Maybe they could use it as, oh, look what they did way back when my mom was a dinosaur type of thing. Maybe they'll invent something new and you won't even. Speaking of which, do you guys remember digital scrapbooking? Can I tell you a secret about myself? I hated digital scrapbooking. I was so upset years ago that digital scrapbooking really, and basically what it was is you would purchase all the embellishments for a layout digitally, and then you would print the layout with all the embellishments that you purchase, and then you can print that layout 5 times and then cut everything out and then do your layers. But I guess the simplicity and the flatness is what made it popular for that time. I'm so glad I don't see that much digital layouts. Because for me, and this is just my opinion, if I've offended anyone, I'm sorry. I think the fun in making the layouts is putting everything on. But that's just me. Anyway, thank you all for watching and have a most blessed day, and I will talk to you soon. Bye for now.